We all know Spider-Man as the friendly neighborhood hero, but what happens when Peter Parker, or a version of him, embraces the dark side? From monstrous mutations to full-blown villains. Today, we're counting down the top 5 evil versions of Spider-Man you won't believe exist. Kicking things off at number 5, we have Poison, a version of Spider-Man that's completely consumed by the Venom symbiote. In this reality, instead of rejecting Venom like he did in the main universe, Peter Parker fully bonded with it. But this wasn't just a simple power upgrade. The symbiote merged with his DNA, turning him into a nearly unstoppable predator. Even worse, he didn't stop at himself, he started infecting other heroes, creating an army of symbiote-controlled monsters. If you thought regular Venom was dangerous, imagine a Peter Parker who's lost all control. At number 4, we have Patton Parnell, the most terrifying version of Spider-Man you've never heard of. This guy isn't your typical hero. In fact, he's more like a horror movie monster. Instead of being a kind-hearted Peter Parker, Patton was a disturbed and cruel loner. When he got bitten by a radioactive spider, he didn't become a superhero, he turned into a monstrous, human-eating creature. He didn't just web up criminals, he cocooned and fed on his victims. This version of Spider-Man is more like something out of a nightmare than a comic book. Coming in at number 3, we have Assassin Spider-Man, a version of Peter Parker who decided being a hero wasn't enough. Instead of using his powers responsibly, he became a ruthless mercenary for hire. In this universe, Peter was trained by Wolverine himself, and let's just say, this version of Spidey has zero mercy. Guns, brutal takedowns, and a kill-first mentality make him one of the darkest Spider-Men in the multiverse. At number 2, we're diving into the most horrifying universe in Marvel history, the Marvel Zombies timeline, and yes, even Spider-Man wasn't safe. After being infected with a deadly zombie virus, Spider-Man didn't just become an undead monster, he kept his intelligence while craving human flesh. That means he knew exactly what he was doing when he devoured Mary Jane and Aunt May in one of the darkest moments in Marvel history. And finally, at number 1, we have the most dangerous and unhinged version of Spider-Man, Spider-Carnage. Imagine Peter Parker bonding with the Carnage symbiote, but instead of resisting it like he did with Venom, he completely embraces its insanity. This version of Spidey wasn't just evil, he was a multiversal threat. Unlike Venom, which only enhances aggression, the Carnage symbiote turns its host into a complete psychopath.